So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be let out by their quarterback now in his third season in the league.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
In motion left goes Sutton. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Nix to the air. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. To throw is Nix. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Over the middle, complete. That's McLaughlin. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Call it. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And a short pickup to about 7. It'll be second down. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Throwing Nix. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8. Now it's Nix. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Nix on first down. Dumps this one off to Algier. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. To throw, here's Nix. This one into the hands of Metcalf. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 4 catches, 67 yards.
And they've gone to him early in this one. I sense a theme, one that I expect to continue throughout this contest.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16. This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. On the handoff, McLaughlin. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Here's third and a few inches. Here's Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get in. Touchdown. Offense trots back out. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But
yeah, the ball is knocked out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they have the ball back down before this ball comes loose. And is the video convincing enough?
Oh, we got it. We got it. Good job, D. Good job.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
On second, here's Algier. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
The give is to McLaughlin, and he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. And this offense on third down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Nix working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he'll work down inside the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. Looking to throw. Nix. And this pass broken up. Eds take over at the 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Next to throw on first down. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Right there. 54, Mike.
Back to throw. Nix, throw left side complete. That's McLaughlin. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jamar Chase, 52. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And they take a knee. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Knicks now on 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw. Knicks. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
Knicks to throw again. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. And a huge return. He'll take this one all the way serious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Back to throw. Knicks. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 35, here's 2nd down and 1. Off the play fake. Knicks. He's into space past the 25. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Here's McLaughlin. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tough
on offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 2nd down, it's Knicks. He finds Sutton crossing the formation, complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Looking to throw. Knicks. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. Offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. A pass there over the middle to start things out. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun. Knicks got his man complete over the middle. It's Sutton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Knicks. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Now it's 2nd and 10.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
On the ground, here's McLaughlin. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Seahawks. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Right there. 54, right there. 54.
Nix from the shotgun.
Come get yourself. Come on here.
Got a man open. It's Chase. And he's brought down. 16 more on that one and another 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Yeah.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is Nix. That's into the hands of McLaughlin. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Mike's 54. I'm coming.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. He'll find Metcalf. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Now it's Nix. Not wasting time, going right back to DK Metcalf. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Algier now up the middle, trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jamar Chase. No shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
As this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. Working out of the gun is Nix. Left side here, taken in by Metcalf. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Here's Nix once more. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sutton. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 on the Seahawks 23-yard line.
To throw is Nix. Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues, and the chains move again. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. Here's 2nd and 10. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Nix to the air. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed. Now at this Broncos offense, well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
To throw, here's Nix. And that is incomplete here.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Yeah, they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Back to the air with Nix. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Now 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Nix. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Down the left sideline. And all the way home for a Broncos score. DK Metcalf. His first touchdown here. Too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
To throw, here's Nix. And that is incomplete here.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Yeah, they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Back to the air with Nix. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Now 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Nix. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Down the left sideline. And all the way home for a Broncos score. DK Metcalf. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you, totally.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be with very little time remaining in this contest. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Nix on first down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On play action, here's Nix. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, this was a fun one today. If you like, a lot of them went on the board.